had a couple of questions. The first was pertaining gelatin in medications. Normally, it's in the multivitamins medication. And the second is about the animal dye products in the makeup, whether it's halal to use such makeup, whether it's a lipstick, mascara, or eyelashes, whatever. As far as gelatin, I'm still holding the same view that gelatin, which comes normally from the West, particularly in North America, is not just an animal dry product, it's a pork dry product. Any company, let's take the most popular multivitamins, Centrum, where I believe many of you guys are on it. It's a beautiful multivitamins. And it's very affordable though, but it contains gelatin. And when we call the company, they say we cannot confirm. So it's 50-50 because they collect the skin and the bones of all the animals, pigs and beef, sheep, and they just extract the gelatin from boiling the skin and the bones of these animals. It saddens me that an ummah consists of 1.6 billion Muslims aren't able to have their own factory for multivitamins. Multivitamins, you can always make them in the basement of your house. You don't need a factory, by the way. I can tomorrow start my own factory of multivitamins. It's no big deal. You see, the multivitamins which contain gelatin, and it's written very obvious, are sold in pharmacies right across from the Kaaba and everywhere. There are some Muslim countries which ban that and say it's got to be either like fish gelatin or non-animal dry products. They require that. There are many other multivitamins which do not have gelatin. Gelatin is an inactive ingredient, is used mainly as a binder, like the starch, but because of its viscid, so it can use as a binder. So if they do not use it, the medication is still perfect, like nature made vitamins and multivitamins. Of course, I'm not making a commercial for these guys or advertisement, but I'm giving you an alternative, okay? And it is affordable as well. So some scholars say, no, it has been transformed. Transformation in fiqh is known as al-istihala. Something was haram, but due to the fact that it has been transformed to another thing, to the extent that we cannot call it still pig or pork products, then it is halal. True, but when I looked at the chemical structure and the bonds of the gelatin, it's pretty much the same like what was in the bones and the skin before boiling and extracting. So that's why avoid it. Avoid it, okay? This is my view. I know that some people say that it has been transformed. Al-istihala, according to Judaism, they also act upon it, and that's why they have their kosher product, and many people are deceived with the fact kosher means halal. No, not necessarily. Because by giving anything a different name, according to them, they say, now it has a different name, then it's halal. It has been transformed. That's why it's very funny that you find Ziploc bags, kosher. Water bottles, kosher. What could be kosher about a plastic bag or about water? But it's a business. So I'd like to see this ummah one day prosper. We have the richest people worldwide, and any of them can open his own pharmaceutical company. We don't have to rely on multinational companies, especially with the vitamins and medications. If you start halal medication, no alcohol, alcohol-free. Alcohol-free medication is a new trend. It's been booming the past 10 years in the States, for instance, where people go for it. They like to take medication where the syrup is alcohol-free. It's available over the counter. So it has become very famous to ask for alcohol-free medication. And also, as much as we call, every time we call and say, no, I can't take gelatin, and we call the company, if 1,000 Muslims gave calls or emails and feedbacks to a company like Centrum, for instance, they say, you know what, I was obsessed with your vitamins, but I can't take them anymore because it's haram, it's illegal in our religion, blah, blah, blah. Right away, they will think seriously about changing their mechanism of making the medications. They can always only take the gelatin, because, by the way, they don't make the gelatin. There are separate, outside their companies, they just make the gelatin. Gelatin is no big deal. Any person can make the gelatin. So if we give these companies, shower them with phone calls and emails, and our important export firms say we cannot take it anymore to our countries because we're Muslims and we require 1, 2, 3, 4, then they will have to change because they have the biggest market amongst Muslims. It's a magnificent buying power, but unfortunately it's very inert because we're not utilizing this power.